Yo, what's up, everybody? Super two. Okay, but another vid for this Thursday. Thursday afternoon for y'all, man. Okay, I'll probably get my opinion about the whole Texas flood now though, to where I got some news lately to where it's flooding, parts of Texas out there, parts of Texas area out there to where Texas is a state to where, got a lot of water, I think it's flooding out there right now. So I think some people who died in the flooding out there, and but some people lost their families to flooding, how they had died. Like some had got killed, some had died, I think they were flooding out there. But I feel like people lost their homes, their cars, everything, businesses, get shut down over the flooding going on. But I feel like, the flooding, but I don't know, I feel the flooding, I said that Texas is I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's bad out there. But I do feel like that, it's getting bad out there for people who had died, on flooding and though. But yeah, I feel like that, I don't know, it's kind of sad with people who I guess lost, uh, as a family member, some flooding going on, how flooding can be devastating, thing to deal with by someone who losing their loved ones to, anything going on. But I feel like, the flooding in Texas is getting out of control out there, man. But I feel like people need help. I feel like people need help nowadays by them losing stuff. I think with the flooding going on, how flooding can destroy everything, homes, businesses, everything. But so yeah, I feel like the whole thing about the flooding, that Texas is, it's getting bad, man. It's getting bad for real. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I picture it being, the first Hurricane Katrina. So I don't know. I feel like I would pair it to these two. I think the Hurricane Katrina, in New Orleans to where they lost everything out there. But I feel like Texas flooding is kind of like more different because they're losing everything out there in sight. Like their homes, people had died, and some had lost loved ones. But yeah, I seen these type of news lately to where the people I think Alabama, I think from Mobile, basically came to Texas, and like some had had died, and some had lived and some had died. But and so I think they're going to this type of event so in Texas, I don't know, I think it's like a type of an event out there, but I like a type of camp or something out there. How things kind of went bad until the whole fella went off bad to where the whole state kind of went, you know kind of went bad. I said due to flooding going on out there. But I feel like the whole flooding community can affect, families, people, man. But yeah, man, I'll get my own, I probably get my own, I think my own, my own concerns to the families that, out there who lost loved ones to the flooding going on, how flooding community can, I think, be the main issue right now on news about, the flooding issues, parts of Texas out there, Texas area, parts of Texas somewhere, southeast Texas, I don't know. But I feel like flooding can really can be main problems where people can, to where people can't even understand what's happening right now because everything is going bad for the families out there. But yeah, man, I feel like people should be safe out there, be careful out there, be safe, be alert, and be aware about what's going on. So make sure you like, comment in, strive for peace. I'm out here. Take care and peace.